You are now listening to Rings Kings Boxing World Flash Report.
Shout out to the boxing world, Big Q representing the Ring Kings boxing family. We up in this thing for another episode of Ring Kings Boxing coming right at you. Man, y'all hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. By all means, feel free to share the show on your social media feed. We up in this thing, Ring Kings. We talking boxing, man. And listen, this is getting very serious and very, I ain't gonna say it's weird because we've seen a lot more outstanding stuff that been happening in the world. But this whole deal with the Ryan Garcia thing, it's been very, very different. Let's just say it like that. Let's get into it, man. Y'all hit the like button for me as we get going. This article's coming straight from the whodaddaily.com. Link will be in the description section for you guys to check this one out. But boxing star Ryan Garcia was arrested for felony vandalism. That happened the other day. And then it just took another turn. We'll cover all that and get you all up to date on all the latest stuff dealing with Ryan Garcia. And man, like I said, it's been very interesting, this whole development. So Arthur Rooks is the boxing contributor. He covered it. He says boxing star Ryan King Garcia was reportedly arrested Saturday on suspicion of felony vandalism at the Beverly Hills Waldorf Astoria. According to TMZ, Sports posted a video showing a shirtless Garcia, who's 25, being taken into custody in handcuffs. And with law enforcement sources claimed that he allegedly damaged property in the hotel room and in the hallway. And in the footage, you can see Garcia's head was shielded by a helmet, so you couldn't tell who he was, but you could see his attorney, Darren Chavez, told TMZ that Ryan was taken by the Beverly Hills Police Department to a local hospital for evaluation and treatment. To our knowledge, may be charged with public intoxication. Now, of course, you can see this is the tweet that was then put out about Ryan Garcia being arrested. You can see TMZ's thing right here. I'm gonna show you a bit of this video right here. So as you can see Ryan Garcia in the video, and this is, we're just showing this as a public comment. You know, this is commentary. As you can see Ryan Garcia right there being escorted out the hospital. Out of the hotel, the Waldorf, in handcuffs. And you can see right here, that's him right here. They got a piece of headgear over his head so people can't see who it is. But it was definitely Ryan Garcia being escorted out of the hotel. Now, prior to his April boxing match with Devin Haney, he had been embroiled in various controversies. He made bizarre claims about being kidnapped by the Illuminati, asserted that he had proof of alien existence, accused Haney of using performance-enhancing drugs in collaboration with Victor Conte, and even missed weight for the fight. The situation escalated to such a degree that the New York State Athletic Commission requested a mental health evaluation for Garcia. Now, despite the turmoil, Garcia managed to upset Devin Haney, scoring 3 knockdowns in the fight, and later claiming that all pre-fight antics were to play and mess with Haney's mind, right? However, Garcia's victory was mired when he tested positive for the banned substance ostarine and his fight-related drug tests, with his B sample confirming the positive result as well. Although Garcia and his team denied any intentional wrongdoing, the commission is still investigating the matter and has yet to make a final ruling. Now, adding fuel to the fire, Teofimo Lopez, right, commented on Garcia's Illuminati comments, right? His remarks alleging that Garcia secured a deal with Gatorade by selling out, quote unquote, and implying that his mother's breast cancer diagnosis was a result of karma. Then that King Rye heard this and responded vehemently on Twitter stating, quote, Teofimo really said my mom got breast cancer because I sold my soul. If I see him, there isn't any fight. I will get it back in blood with him. Now, that's what he said. Now, listen to this interview right here that was done right here. Shout out to, I want to give these guys credit because they did a really solid job here. I don't think the article mentions the name of these guys' podcast, and I'm not sure what their podcast is, but shout out to those guys for doing a real professional interview with Teofimo Lopez. I'm going to play a smidgen of this interview for you so you can get contrast on the comments that Teofimo said about Ryan Garcia.
That everybody was talking about the Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney in the lead up, right? A lot of people said he's crazy. He's talking about the Illuminati and Bohemian Grove and what he saw with the kids. What is your opinion and take on what he was doing there? Was it all for publicity, or do you think there's truth to it as well?
All right, so there was a point in time that Gatorade came in the mix, and they were interested in me or Ryan Garcia. There was just something that I didn't agree with on how Gatorade wanted to do it, more on that end. And I just said, no, I'm good. Ryan got the deal the same day. So I was like, oh, so you took it. That Bohemian Grove shit was just the beginning of his end, because they don't kidnap you. You have to be free willing. Remember that. When you give up your soul, whatever the case be, God forgave Ryan and gave him the win. But look what's happening with his mother. She got cancer now. It's a give and take in this world. Remember that. Don't you forget that. And in this world, it's he'll hit you right where you hurt the most. And that's your love, which is your mother. I mean, even Tupac said it, dear mama. There's no greater love than a mother's love. I feel for his mom, and may God put his blessing and miracle in there. And I wish him nothing but the best in him and his family outside of the sport. I could talk more shit about him, but at the end of the day, we're all human beings, and we all got a life outside of this shit. That Bohemian Grove shit, he volunteered.
That's the rule, right? It's like hidden in plain sight.
Hidden in plain sight.
We don't lie to you. We put it right in front of you.
Right,
let you make the decision yourself.
All right, shout out to those guys. And I listened to some of the interview. It was well conducted. Big ups to those guys, and they do good work there, man. Outside of that, man, just to talk more about that, there are tons of books. People saying, "Oh, Ryan Garcia's crazy." No, he's not crazy. Not on everything. He does say some off the wall stuff, but in terms of that, there's too much information out there in terms of books that you can go and read and find this stuff out. That's off the record. But in terms of Ryan Garcia and all of the behaviors, you guys tell me in the comment section below. He's just been dealing with a lot of really off-centered things to his behavior. It's just, now I've watched Ryan Garcia over time, and I've not known Ryan Garcia to be this, out of it at times. So Teofimo does put some insight into some areas right there, but man, it's really crazy how everything kind of wind out with him. So the drama surrounding Garcia continues to spiral, leaving fans and boxing community concerned about his future. While his talent in the ring is undeniable, Garcia's out the ring issues could jeopardize his career if not addressed. Many hope that Garcia can stabilize his personal life and return his focus to boxing, ensuring his legacy is not defined by his abilities in the sport. His legacy is defined by his abilities in the sport rather than the controversies outside of it. So well said, well written by our boxing contributor right there, Mr. Arthur Rooks. Oscar Cabrera is our other guy. Arthur Rooks is our other boxing contributor too. So good story here. Now let's kind of move forward, man, to this one here to give you more insight. And this is coming from way of Bleacher Report. That's talking about Ryan Garcia hospitalized amid arrest, accused of causing $15,000 in damages. And a lot of what was said in the original article, just a little bit more defined here. This one came out a little later. A little sooner, says that he cost about $15,000 worth of stuff, and then he was also facing a charge of public intoxication. Now, Garcia was transferred to Cedars-Sinai Medical Center for, quote, evaluation and treatment, end quote, after complaining about medical issue once in jail. Now, he posted this situation on X. He tweeted this: "I'm worried. I have to be at this weird hospital and they're trying to give me medicine and they have me on hold for who knows how long they will determine. Pray for me. God help me." Ryan Garcia tweeted this. I don't know if they probably end up taking his phone or whatever. I don't know. But Garcia's attorney says that Ryan has been grappling with devastating news regarding his mother's health. And he released this statement talking about Ryan Garcia. Ryan has been open about his struggle with mental health over the years. And at this time, he's dealing with an immense emotional burden. The support and understanding from fans and the public are crucial as he navigates these personal challenges. We're working diligently to provide Ryan with the resources that he needs. Our team is committed to ensuring that he receives the appropriate help and care to address both his immediate and long-term well-being. We've asked for continued support and compassion as Ryan focuses on his family and his health at this time. So that's a statement released right there. And we went over this as the stuff that happened with Ryan early on, 25-1 with 20 knockouts. And it was the B stuff. He could be facing a ban as well going on. So a lot of stuff happening with Ryan Garcia, at this time. And the missing of the weight, a lot of things that we were saying, a lot of the behaviors, him saying he loves steroids. And I don't know, man. Ryan Garcia is just just going, in a place where I don't know, but he's definitely, this sounds like a man having a supreme mental breakdown, man. He's literally having mental breakdowns in front of the public, and it's just not a good look right now for Ryan Garcia. And we just hope that he just gets better, and he's at the hospital. So could be at a proper place where he could get the proper medical attention that he need. If he's drugging or if he's drinking or if he's having issues controlling himself, he's in the right place to get help. So anyway, just prayers and blessings go out to Ryan Garcia, man. And hopefully he gets it together, kind of resync himself, man, with all the stuff that's going on in his family, man. So yes, we all go through stuff, man, and it's how we deal with it, man. So hopefully he can salvage the strength to kind of keep this thing going. You know what I'm saying? So what you guys think about that? Y'all hit the description section below. Y'all hit the chat. Let me know how y'all feel about Ryan Garcia. What do you guys think? How do you believe some of the things that Ryan Garcia is saying? How do you feel about him? Y'all let me know in the comment section. Now, moving on to the next topic here on Ring Kings Boxing, man. Listen, Blair Cobbs beat lackluster Adrien Broner in comeback attempt. We've seen the pre-fight stuff that was going on with AB. We know AB really trained hard for this fight. He dropped a lot of weight, but he hadn't fought but a handful of fights over the last couple of years. And you can tell when he got in the fight, he looked really rusty in the fight, as I anticipated he would. They thought that Blair Cobbs could be a guy that AB could ultimately deal with, and no, sir. Blair Cobbs came in and he took an opportunity to get a win on a past great, and it was. Now, shout out and rest in peace to my partner, Eddie Too Mean Johnson, who used to co-host Ring King Boxing. Y'all know he passed away of C19 several years ago. And we talked about Adrien Broner. Even then, as Adrien Broner, he defined him as a shot boxer, a shot fighter, which means a fighter that won't let his hands go. We've seen similar things happen with fighters over the years where they become hesitant. And we know AB is a counter puncher, and that kind of stipulates his activity. But the game has passed AB by, you know what I'm saying? And boxing is one of those sports where you have to constantly be in there. You have to be fighting in a rhythm to stay where you're supposed to be. You got to be fighting in a rhythm. And I see a lot of fighters like Anthony Joshua was one in particular that realized that, hey, man, I just can't do one or two, one fight a year. I got to be a guy that's got to be constantly in the ring fighting and keeping that rhythm, and you become a better boxer that way. What happened with Adrien Broner, he kind of stepped away from boxing, had stuff going on, but he made a comeback, got his body in shape, but his skills wasn't there because of a long layover. And you could see he was rusty in the fight, and Blair Cobbs took advantage of him and was able to beat Adrien Broner. He blasted him, knocked him down really ugly, and busted a tooth out of AD's mouth. For those who didn't see it, man, let me show you. This is the proof right here that somebody said a tooth was out on the canvas, and it's true. You can see right here this picture from Adrien Broner's Instagram that he's shown that Blair Cobbs he looks like he appears to be in the dentist chair, that Cobbs did blast his teeth out of his mouth. And then of course AB said that this guy didn't beat me and all this. Man, whatever, man. It's just in doubt, man. And like we talked about, when him not letting his hands go and all that, it's over for Adrien Broner. It's over for Deontay Wilder. The fight last week with Deontay Wilder getting beat in that matchup with Big Bang Zhang. It's over for these guys, man. And it just happens. You can't fight forever. It happened to Muhammad Ali. It happens to Sugar Ray Robinson. It happens to all of the greats. Eventually, there's a time when you got to step away from boxing. And you see fights with Broner, with Wilder. Those guys would not let their hands go, and you can't sit there and not let your hands go. And guys just beating up on you, and you're not doing nothing to stop it. So, that's at that point, that's what Eddie defined as a shot fighter, not letting his hands go, not being active. And it showed. So anyway, according to the article right here by Arthur Rooks, who wrote this article, in a welterweight clash at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood, Florida, Blair Cobbs handed Adrien Broner a unanimous decision loss, marking a significant setback in Broner's attempted comeback. From the opening bell, Broner appeared hesitant, disengaged, struggling to match Cobbs' intensity, and Cobbs capitalized on Broner's lackluster performance, flooring him with a vicious left hand in the second round, resulting in Broner losing a tooth, the same one we just showed you. This is Michael Benson. Shout out to him showing a picture of Adrien Broner's. He was sitting up in the hospital with elbow fractured, shoulder torn, but he says elbow fractured, shoulder torn, but I fought through it. See y'all soon. No, AB, don't see us soon. Here it is right here. This is the knockout loss. Let me show you this right here. Knockout loss. What happened with
in Florida?
This thing is AB just got put on his ass by Blair Cobbs, man. Boom, and you can see right there, he just put him down in the ground. Right there, and kind of, that wasn't a good looking way. Well, Cobbs, ducked under that left hook, and all of that, everything was open, and he found it, and right there, he stuck him directly in the face. You can see Broner right there was going down to the ground, about to take a seat, and he landed funny on his right cheek, turned over and fell forward. So I mean, that's not a good way to end up, but Cobbs got the dub, man. Get a man his credit. Despite surviving the round, Broner never regained his form. He looked slow, out of sync. Cobbs maintained a higher work rate throughout the fight, overshadowing Broner's sporadic moments of aggression in later rounds. This bout, Broner's first in nearly a year following the victory over Bill Hutchinson, underscores the decline of the former four-division champion, who has been plagued by legal issues, inconsistent performances since his 2019 loss to Manny Pacquiao. Cobbs' decisive victory may well signal the end of Broner's tumultuous boxing career, and this should be the case. Now, he says he's coming back. If he does come back, it'd be against softer opposition, but they were thinking with a win over Cobbs, this could have possibly put AB in a bigger fight with somebody of a bigger name. But obviously, it's definitely over for Adrien Broner, like it's over for Deontay Wilder. And to the point, man, let's show you what Carissa Shields had to say about it, about what she's seen in the fight. And boy, she got love for AD, but listen what Carissa had to say about AB getting handed his issue against Blair Cobbs. Here we go.
I mean, I love Adrien Broner, man. I do. I love Adrien Broner, man, but it's just the same thing since the Pacquiao fight, just over and over and over again. He don't let his hands go. Maybe his age has caught up with him. Maybe the wear and tear has caught up with him. I don't know. But I saw the highlights where Blair knocked him down and stuff. And I saw the lead up where Adrien was saying, like, he got bodies on him and he didn't kill people and stuff. And when I heard him saying that in the press conference, I was like, oh my God, he's not focused on the fight. He's focused on murders. I don't know what else. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? But
that's a good point, Carissa, because what? Yeah, well, the reality at the end of the day is, man, only one real murder that happened in the ring. No, I don't mean to laugh, but dude, that was not even close. And shout out to Fight Hype for putting up this interview.
I had hopes in this being a great return fight for him, but I knew Blair Cobbs wasn't going to just lay down for him. And Blair is not a bad fighter either. He's not the most skilled, but he's very entertaining. He punches fast and hard, and he's always in great shape. So, congrats to Blair. I wish, Adrien a speedy recovery, and, hope that he can decide what it is he want to do. But he's had a great career. So I'm not going to say this time for him to hang it up or not, because I don't know. But I know he's a 4-time division world champion, and that's what I'm fighting to be next in my next fight. And that when a fighter is ready to retire, that's up to them.
All right. So that's Carissa Shields right there, man. And Shields is up. And you can't deny AB that, man. Terrific career. But, he's definitely at the other end of it, because even 75% or 80% focus Adrien Broner could beat Blair Cobbs. No disrespect to Blair Cobbs. But a focus 80% AB would have taken care of it. But like she mentioned, when you don't let your hands go, and we talked about that, is a clear sign of a shot fighter, meaning it's over with. When you're in there in the heat of things and you sit up there taking abuse and the guy's wailing on you, beating you, hitting you with shots in the stomach and punching you on your arms and all this kind of stuff, hitting you in the chest and stomach area, and you just standing up there taking it, you refuse to let your hands go, that's a major sign of a shot fighter. We've seen that, and Broner is a clear evidence. We talked about this several years ago about Broner, that he won't let his hands go because he's a shot fighter. No disrespect, but this would happen to fighters when they get to the end of their fight game. It happened with Deontay Wilder as well. You know, if Deontay did eventually let his hands go in the Joseph Parker fight, he didn't. But in the fight against Big Bang Jank, he finally let his hands go in the round when he got spunt around by Big Bang, when he hit him with that I guess you call it like a cross or a hook or whatever, that kind of spent him around, got just enough of him to spin him around, and then he plastered him and knocked him and put him on there, and that was the end of it. But like I said, during that fight, he was sitting up here waiting for one punch to land to try to knock the man out. And I know that's not what Malik Scott was training him to be. A lot of people, just a little stuff on the Deontay Wilder thing, a lot of people was blasting Malik Scott, his trainer, for saying that you ain't training him right. What he was trying to do is get Deontay Wilder. He wasn't turning him into a boxer. From my vantage point, watching what he was attempting to do with Deontay Wilder, I think Malik was trying to do was teach Wilder how to set up that power shot, like start the punching combinations. He wasn't just turning him into, oh, you got to box and move, you know, all this kind of stuff. He was teaching to use more footwork, yes, but he understood, listen, let's set up the punch. Let's throw some shots. Let's throw some combinations. Let's throw, you know, be active, throw punches. But bad habits in the ring with Deontay Wilder. When he get in the ring, he refused to let his hands go. And then you've seen him revert to what he always do, is wait to try to plant the big hit. And he hit Big Bang Jank several times. It didn't have much of an impact on him, because it probably would have done better if he could have disguised it. And that's what Malik Scott was trying to get Deontay Wilder to do, to through combinations and disguise the punch, and then, you know, let it show up, that big right show up, you know, when they're not expecting it. But Deontay Wilder didn't fight like that. He started to let his hands go lately, but it was too late. And then Big Bang just was counterpunching. When he finally decided that he was going through it, Big Bang, you know, countered it. He slipped under and came back around with enough to catch Deontay, and Deontay was all open up here. So anyway, I'm talking about Deontay Wilder, because both of these fighters are, in my opinion, shot fighters, which means they're on the back end of their career, and both of them had really good careers, especially Adrien Broner. He has nothing to be ashamed about. He's gone in the Boxing Hall of Fame, what is undersaid. He's a living Boxing Hall of Famer, Adrien Broner. So shout out to him. But what do you guys think about the fight? Do you think Adrien Broner should hang it up, call it quits? Do you think he still has enough to go out there and compete and continue his career? What do you guys think? Y'all tell me in the chat. Let me know how y'all feel about that, man. You know, am I wrong here about AB? What's your comments on that? Let me know. And finally, man, the final article today from Ring Kings Boxing. The Pac-Man is back. That's right. Pac-Man was trying to set up a title match with Mario Barrios, and we'll see how that all shaking. I think that's still in the air, as Pac-Man trying to make his way back into professional boxing. I guess he getting tired and bored from doing the political stuff. And we know Pac-Man does a lot of stuff for his country, but he's trying to stay active also in the exhibition circle. So we'll tell you a little bit about that as well with Manny Pacquiao. But in this article right here from the WhoDatDaily.com boxing article, Oscar Cabrera covers it. Manny Pacquiao is eyeing a WBC welterweight title fight against Mario Barrios this fall in Las Vegas, according to Sean Gibbons, the president of Manny Pacquiao Promotions. Now, speaking to ESPN's Mike Coppinger, Pacquiao expressed confidence in his ability to make history once again. Imagine that. Saying that he said, I made history at 40, beating Keith Thurman. I feel at 45, I have a lot left in the game, as I haven't taken a lot of punishment over the last few years. So this is the ringside tweet right here about that. Manny Pacquiao wants to come back. So he hasn't completed since the decision lost to what's his name, Ugas, there. I want to go out and make history. Pacquiao, renowned for winning world titles in 8 different classes and defeating legends like Eric Morales, Juan Manuel Marquez, and Miguel Cotto, aims to add another chapter to his illustrious career. Barrios, who rebounded from back-to-back losses to Tank Davis and Thurman with 3 consecutive wins, including the victory over Udinese Ugas for the WBC interim welterweight title, presents a formidable challenge, as boxing fans wonder if Pacquiao can still compete at 45. His remarkable win over Thurman at 40 provides a compelling argument. Now listen, the fight, many of y'all remember Pac-Man's fight against Thurman. I think Thurman really kind of poked the bear. He talked about, he really disrespected Manny Pacquiao in the fight, didn't show him much respect, and poked him, talking about he was going to be the reason he was going to retire to Pac-Man. He was talking all that, and he lit a fire under Pac-Man, and Pac-Man put it on Thurman, man. So a lot of people, include myself, I knew that Pac-Man still could fight, but he lit a fire, like he poked the bear, and Pac-Man came for him and really did some damage to Keith Thurman. And Thurman hadn't really been the same since then, to be honest with you. Pac-Man beat the hell out of him. But this is something that they're talking about to try to get going with Pac-Man and Barrios in talks for the WBC welterweight title fight later on in this year. This will be interesting to see. But currently, as Pac-Man getting ready, this is the thing that we're looking at right now. And this is from MMAfighting.com, that Pac-Man is to face rising champion Chihiro Suzuki in boxing exhibition in July. So until the fall, the Pac-Man staying busy with exhibition fights. So this is him. This is official right here. Is he's going to be, this will be a fight in Japan, as Pac-Man will return to action to Japan as he takes on Suzuki in a 3-round exhibition fight in Japan on July the 28th. Now, the company announced the matchup during Sunday's Rising 47 show in Tokyo. The special standing rules will be contested at 150 and go for three-minute rounds. So Pac-Man will ultimately be the fighter right on to kind of watch the Pac-Man take on Suzuki in the fight. And even though we don't know much about this fighter, it still be cool to see the Pac-Man go up against him. I love to see what the Pac-Man could do, as Manny Pacquiao still feels like he has the fire to be able to handle business in there. So we'll see if the Pac-Man can take care of business. Now, his last official boxing match took place, and we know this in Las Vegas in 2021. We had a 3-fight winning streak snapped in the loss to Udinese Ugas. And of course, his boxing record is 62-8 with 68-2. 62-8-2, sorry. And with 39 knockout wins, he won a decision over DKU in an exhibition match in South Korea back in 2022. And Suzuki, who's 13-3 with no contest in MMA, is undefeated in his past 9 fights. And he had 8 banner victories. The sole no contest was originally a submission loss to the champion, who was Kyber Koki. That was automatically overturned due to the Brazilian weight miss. Now, Suzuki is slated to face another fighter, Gomi, in a boxing match in June of the 23rd, a little under a month before he returns to face Pacquiao. So there you go with that. So the Pac-Man is back in the ring exhibition-wise. It appears to be a tune-up for a bigger match, which he's kind of looking at trying to do later on this year against Mario Barrios. And this is the question to my Pac-Man people out there. Do y'all really think that Pac-Man could beat Mario Barrios? Barrios has been fighting a lot better. He's a taller fighter over the Pac-Man. He has a longer reach. Pac-Man savvy. He's a living legend in his own right as well. But can he overcome a stronger, bigger fighter in Mario Barrios? Y'all let me know in the description section if you think, if this fight occurs, who wins this fight and why. Y'all let me know. Give me the round in which you guys think it, or does it goes the length with Barrios. I think Barrios beats Pac-Man. I think this might be a little too far to jump into the deeper end of the pool, going right at the champion. And I know Barrios would love to fight the Pac-Man, because this is a good mark or a win on his record as he continues to try to rise in that division. So this will be interesting. But anyway, with that being said, man, listen, we're going to get out on this episode of Ring Kings Boxing. We appreciate you guys for chiming in. y'all please feel free, man, to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and feel free to subscribe to Ring Kings Boxing. Please feel free to share our show on social media and all of the great stuff that comes with that. So with that being said, I'm Big Q. I'm going to holler at y'all on the next one. Much love, and y'all be safe. Peace.
Subscribe now and make Ring Kings Boxing your source for all the latest fight news.